Hey, good Sunday afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Jason Thrifts, and with me all the way from Texas, Matt from Pete's Treasures. Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
I saw you shaking your shoulders when the music was playing.
Did you saw that?
Yeah, I was watching. There's a whole show going on down below that I can see.
Dang it. Now I know.
Good to see everybody. So let's get right to the guests, because then we also have a little bit of a bonus action here. So funny enough, now it's time for Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug and try and match it up to my guest. Now this is going to be a weird one because all I have is a glass of water, because our guests Henry and Linda and I just got back from Frankie's. So we had our rum in our tiki mugs. So I think that's the first. I think it's the first time we've had guests live in the office, and then we went to Frankie's earlier. So we are lubed up and ready. So hello, Henry and Linda. How the hell are you guys?
Hi, Jesse. We're
good. So not only is Henry and Linda in the office, we also have a live studio audience of one Kathy. So there we go. We got a whole thing going on there. And I know sitting next to Matt somewhere is Aaron.
Hi.
So we got a whole audience thing going on here today. So good to see everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Henry and Linda are here to pick up their 3.5-ton item that they bought sight unseen. So we're going to talk about buying big things and some tips and tricks on how to do it when you can't be there to touch it.
Excited.
All right. So Henry and Linda, sit back and relax. Now, Linda, if you do need to go to the bathroom, you have about 25 minutes to hop off that chair. There you go. Yeah. I'll let you know when we're coming back to you guys. All right. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Don't fall off the chairs. Enjoy the segments. What's going on, Matthew? How you been, buddy?
I'm good. How have you been?
I am good. Happy to do the show. Got all kinds of fun things to share. So let's share. And now it's time for our scores of the week. These are the items that you should be on the lookout for when you're out thrifting. Dang, boo. That's a lot for this mug.
Thank you. This is all Aaron. It's amazing mug. We got a couple of them because we knew we would like them and want to sell one. And it actually sold for $150. So we're good.
Yeah. There's the bottom.
Yeah, that's from Kindred.
Yep, and then designed by Thor. Very good.
Yeah.
Nice job. And then kind of goes along like you had a theme here all of a sudden.
We really did, yeah. Aaron found these Tommy Bahama candles, and they were like super sculpted. When I mean, like every one of those petals was sculpted on there, so it was really cool. They were originally $50 for the pair, so we sold them for 64 or 67. Good find.
All right, we're going to pause here for a second because everyone says Matthew is echoing, even though I don't hear it. So let's see if it works itself out.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah. So before we go stomping on,
is that better?
So tell me your story, Matthew. Oh, better not. Debbie says better now. Fix. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things that it happens and then magically it just fixes itself.
I literally hit mute and then unmute.
There you go.
Who knows?
Oh, what's this cute thing?
This is a puffalump. If you don't know, you need to know. Puffalumps were super popular in the late 80s, early 90s. They're literally just jacket liner material, that super thin silk. But everybody loved them. And so if you find one, they can go in between like 25 all the way up to like 150. So keep your eyes out for them. This one went for $50.
Nice.
And I got it for $1. I mean, super cheap. Great.
And easy to ship too, because it's just all squishy. It's all it is.
It's literally a worn out pillow.
It's not a 5-foot Peggy lamp. It's a squishy little.
Yeah. It doesn't go with today's theme, but
yeah, it's the opposite of today's theme.
Exactly. See, all my stuff is small. These guys, so don't pass these up. This is literally just vintage Dixie cups that were still sealed in the box, and we got a couple of them, and they've been selling. We've sold a lot of things like this to like prop companies and stuff. You never know who's gonna want it. So
yeah, when I was prepping, this is the one thing that caught my eye. I'm like, oh, I love stuff like this because these are kind of things you don't ever look at unless you know.
or you find in the back of your pantry, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this away from Nana's.
Yeah, and this is the kind of stuff you find at a estate sale that's still there on the end of the day 3 because people are like, this ain't nothing. And they're like, oh shit, that's good money right there.
Yep, for sure.
All right, so I did a webinar in the Secret Beach about selling art, and like 15 minutes after we were done, this sold. So
Nice.
it almost sold during the webinar. That would have been so epic.
So
This is just something that Stacy and I had since the 90s, and you know, cleaning things out. I'm like, oh, someone else will love this, and they love it for $40 plus shipping. So, and I don't even, who knows what I paid back in the 90s, but definitely less than $40.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, and another webinar. So we did a webinar in the Secret Beach 2 months ago about Yankee candles, and while we were doing the webinar, Stacy sends me a picture of this candle in our collection because we were just talking about how that's one of the rare ones to find, and she's like, "Oh, we have that." And so, although it smells fine, it was definitely worth more to get $80 out of it. So
For sure.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
my own webinars are helping me clear things out of my house.
I love that. That's a great name too, Mantown.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I hadn't thought about from that angle, but now I do.
Yeah, see, you're welcome.
All right, you know, kind of out of season. This is a heavy winterish jacket, and you know, pretty much now everyone's warm, even my mom in Cleveland. So for someone to, and this has been up for over a year, so someone to snag this pretty much the first week of May, you know, they're prepping for next year because no one needs this heavy Tigger jacket right now. But I picked it up for $9.
Oh, wow.
So that was a good flip. Took a little longer than I expected, but good flip nonetheless.
For sure.
And now it's time for our CD and cassette scores of the week. And as always, we start with Flippin Cassettes. Haha, psych. I forgot my 4th score. Just kidding. We have talked about these in the past. Haven't sold one in a while, but Walt Disney Treasures, they're DVDs that come in metal tins. The one thing to keep an eye out for is these tins dent very easily, but collectors like them. And I picked this one up for $20. Would probably list it for a little over a year and sold for $100. So,
do you do anything different?
This is something so old, Matthew. I don't even know what the Adventures of Spin and Marty are.
I haven't. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Kathy's raising her hand over here. She's a tad older than me, so she's like, I know that. I'm sure my mom does, but I know it's worth money. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know what it is. Speaking of worth money, $5 Ramones cassette I sold for $19. If you don't believe yet, I don't know what to tell you.
You got to do it.
Because funny enough, Ramones cassette and I mean, not planned, just happened this week. Joey Ramone vinyl, and they both have been listed for a little while. Right. Happened to sell in the same week. He didn't die because he's been dead for a while, so it wasn't his death. But I picked this up at the local record store for $24 and sold it for $72. So, and you know, Matthew, was so funny. I was in the local record store and I overheard them telling a customer, well, we use Discogs to price. And I'm like, well, someone must suck because I pull out so much good stuff out of here that I sell on Discogs and eBay, which is fine. I'm glad they stink at it. I'm really glad.
Don't train them.
Yeah. Oh no, I would never say a word like you stink. Thanks for that, because I make a lot of money off of you stinking. And there we go. And now we go from flipping cassettes to flipping CDs. All right, Power Man 5000. Matthew, who's the lead singer?
That would be Christina Aguilera.
Very close. His name is Spider One.
No, I would never. Okay. I don't feel bad now.
Now, since you don't know that, this is for the chat. Who is Spider One's brother? His brother is way more famous than him.
Spider-Man.
Good guess, but no.
Dang. Spider Monkey. You got it?
Do I hear Googling happening?
No.
No one in the chat know who Spider One's brother is? There it is. Now, Aaron, does your brother really know, or did he Google well?
He probably Googled.
Yeah, because Annette's a smidge older, and Annette knew. So yeah. So Spider One's brother is Rob Zombie, And Amoeba Records was nice enough to tell me this was out of print, and they sold it to me so nicely for $8. I then sold it for $50. So thank you, Amoeba Records.
That's awesome.
Okay, you can sell stuff. You have absolutely no clue. I don't know if the thing's called Slayer's Next or the thing's called Sound Bible I don't know. What's the title? I don't know what. I have no idea. But what I do know is it was $4 and I sold it for $50. That's what I knew. So again, when you sell media, you don't have to know what it is. As long as you can read your phone and you can scan, boom. So $4 into $50. But wait, there's better.
There's more.
How about I'm sure everyone knows Miles Davis. How about the Miles Davis Quintet, 1965 to 68? This is a box set. The innards is actually metal, so it's a pretty heavy duty box set. Picked it up, and I was working in record stores when this came out live originally.
Oh, wow.
Picked it up for $20 at a record store and sold it for $75.
That's great.
But wait, there's more.
Holy moly.
How about a box set of the Astronauts, a band? I'm going to guess most of you ever heard of the Astronauts? Not even Kathy. The Astronauts was a surf type band from the 50s and 60s. And and I picked this up at Amoeba Records for $40, and I took a best offer of $80. I was hoping for more, but I had it on 3 platforms, and it wasn't selling on any of them. And so when I got that $80 offer, I was like, yes, I couldn't accept fast enough. Because sometimes you buy something, you're like, okay, it's not working out. So as soon as someone breathes a little offer at you, you take the money and run.
And run.
And now it's time for our duds of the week. Do not let our mistakes be yours.
Don't do it.
Oh my, 5 available.
There's more than that too.
Oh no.
So, okay, here's the deal. We every now and then will be out and about, and we'll have a urge to retail arbitrage. We were at IKEA. They had these candles that were all on clearance. They were $1 each. I hear my hang on. Is my echo better?
I never hear it. That's always the weird thing. I never hear it.
Oh man, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Nothing's going on in the house. Maybe ghosts. So we got all these IKEA candles for $1. We looked them up, and they were selling for like 10 to 15. So we were like, this is gonna be great. We ended up getting like 30 of them and have sold 1.
Oh.
Luckily, they're small, but the entire room that I have them in smells like IKEA figs. It's awful.
The shipping's $9.
So apparently Aaron's twin can't wait to get some for Christmas.
Exactly.
Get ready. So yeah, don't do that. Don't buy a whole bunch.
And
okay, so this is a super cool kids eating plate. We do really well with melamine. We will always grab it if it's in good condition. This was like new. It's by Fred, which is a really good company that makes novelty kind of things. We were like, this is going to sell. It'll be great. It was up forever. We sent offers, but luckily we actually just sold it and it went to Australia. So we actually made a little bit more than we would have because of pirate ship. So that was
nice. Good job.
Thanks.
Okay, how cool is this Mickey tie-dye? I can't sell it.
What? I love it though. It's so nice.
It's been up since June 6th of last year. It's had 1,500 views.
Jeez.
I mean, it's $32 or best offer. Like, someone throw me an offer. I'll happily sell for like $20.
I love it. It's nice.
Yeah, it is a small. That's probably the only bad part. But
that's one, yeah.
Someone's got to have a kid. Get it. Get it. Tiki Pug Music. Come and get it. Now, look. Sometimes I list $10 CDs because I've already bought them in a collection.
Mm-hmm.
This was on sale for $7.49, and some cheapo offered me $5. But I took it because it was one of those where I'm like, man, I put it up for 10 and I hoped. So again, someone came along with $5, but I'm like, come on, really? But hey, my mom asked for a deal when it's a good deal, so I understand it. I didn't get upset, even though I just called him a cheapo. I really didn't get upset. But, you know, I've made my money 10 times over from this collection. So everything now is just pure profit anyway. So
nice.
So no real complaints, but sometimes you look at the offers and go, "Come on, we're screwing around for $1 or $2." You know? Let's get to it, people. Come on. And now it's time for Where in the World Did Our Stuff Go? If you are not shipping internationally, you are leaving out 7.3 billion with a B potential customers. I heard it through the grapevine.
How much I used to love that cassette tape. The California Raisins did Motown, and I would play it all the time. Anyhow, so yeah, this is a California Raisins vintage lunchbox that somebody in Clayfield, Australia needed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right outside of Brisbane. Now, when you see my item that I sold, I was so hoping it was going to Australia. So funny enough, yours went to Australia because it's a koala bear. I'm like, please tell me it's going to Australia, please. But nope, it went to Lorraine, France. So someone needed my little koala bear with what appears to be a football jersey and little shorts on. So that is now look, I mean, lunchbox, plush koala bear, people around the world need our stuff. That's why you should be listing internationally everything you sell.
Yes, do it.
Do it. As Matthew said, do it.
Yeah.
And now it's time for You Have Got to Be Shipping Me. What to do and what not to do when it comes to shipping.
Okay, so hear me out. Aaron comes in.
I like when a tip starts with, hear me out.
So Aaron comes in the other day and he's so excited. He's like, I got you packing material. And he comes in with this giant roll of underlay floor, underlay foam to put underneath your carpet or your hardwood. I'm like, what the heck is this? This is literally just packing material. It is 100% the exact same foam that we get from some of the big names that cost about $35 per roll. He found this at a thrift for $1 and just prep it. So the tip is keep your eyes out for things with different names. A lot of people might have just glanced at this and saw underlay foam and they're like, I'm not putting flooring down, so I don't need it. Turns out, saved you money on shipping.
That is awesome. All right, so here's my shipping tip. This was a mug I purchased, and I have my house I live in. I have the office house 4 doors down, and sometimes boxes lay around one house or the other, and then someone like Matthew and Aaron sent me a box. I'm just telling them right now, thanks, got here nice and well, but it was here a week ago. By the time you get around to opening stuff, so it dawns on me that because it was on Macari tells you, hey, your item's been delivered. Mm-hmm. Hey, you've got only 2 days left. Hey, you've got only 1 day left. And I'm like, where in the hell is this box? So I'm fully convinced it is stolen now.
Oh, no.
And so I was gone for a couple of days. So I asked Zoe, I go, you see a box come to the office house? And she goes, oh, yeah, it's in the freezer. I go, what? Okay, we have talked about this many a times. Do not send your stuff in food boxes. Now, we have not yet had the conversation why she put it in the freezer, but she saw that and never thought. Now, look, I told her, I said, look,
that's amazing.
If it's already leaking, you think you want to call me? Because this is how the box looks.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And their packing material was newspaper. So, look, F all the way around.
Yeah.
But here's a reason not to use food boxes, because the person who accepts the box didn't know it was a tiki mug. I'm like, I got to put it in the freezer.
That's awesome. I mean, at least if it was perishable, it wouldn't have.
Yeah. And let me tell you, coldest tiki mug I've ever held in my hand.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Do not use food boxes of any sort. Plus, also, you don't know who's allergic to what.
Yes.
I will now step off my soapbox and get the next segment going.
Put the soapbox in the freezer.
And now it's time for the Thrifty Tips of the Week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're outsourcing.
All right. So my Thrifty tip is a two-parter. On Wednesdays, I have a little me time moment where I set an alarm, and on Wednesday afternoon, I go and I check all my estate sales for the week, because a lot of them start on Thursday morning. So if there's something that you absolutely have to have, you need to be there early on Thursday morning. So don't wait until, Thursday morning or Friday. Check it on Wednesday every single week. Another thing that's great about doing that is when you're going through all the pictures of all the estate sales, Aaron and I treat it like we're at the thrift store, and we'll look at things, we'll compare, the labels, and we have a game where I'll like send him something. I'll be like, "Is this Holt Howard?" And he'll be like, "No, you're dumb." And but it's like going to a thrift store, so it gets us a little more familiar with some of the brands. So set your alarms for Wednesday, enjoy your estate sale moment, and plan it out for yourself.
Hey, Beck. Yeah, I got to tell you, use your phone or your watch alarms. My mom never had used her alarm ever. And if I taught her how to do it, I go, you just go, Siri, set my alarm for 3:30 p.m. And alarms are less for getting up in the morning than, okay, I got to remember at 5:15, I'm taking my iPad with me to the bar after the show. So when it goes off at 5:15, I go, okay, go grab the iPad. So anytime you need to do something, set your alarm.
Set yourself an alarm.
If you don't remember right away, you're going to be like, okay, it's going off for some reason. I got to remember now.
Something. I got to take a pill. I got to look at a website. I don't know.
Exactly. All right. When you shop at certain websites, they'll send you a free bag or free this or free that. Don't overlook the free stuff. I shop quite often on ironmaiden.com because A, I'm a huge fan, and B, I can flip some of the stuff for good money. So I constantly buy big orders, stuff for me, stuff to sell. And then they throw this free bag in. I have sold this free bag 4 times. So make sure you pay attention. Now, not every free bag is worth $25, but if a company sends you anything extra goodies, if you don't need them, think about it. Look online. Is it worth money? Because even if you got $10, you got it for free. $10 is pure profit.
Yeah.
And like this, it's a bag. It was easy to take a picture of. It'll be super easy to ship because it's just a little nylon bag. It ain't all that exciting. But $25 is very exciting.
That's awesome.
But even better than a Peggy quarter. It was $0. It was free. Free. And now it's time for our online selling tips of the week. It doesn't matter if you're selling on Etsy, Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, or eBay. These are little tips and tricks to help you when you're selling.
All right. So this is my trick for editing your photos. Everybody knows eBay and Google likes the background removed, and it looks, makes it look nice and clean. But a lot of times I've been seeing people with light color things, glasses, white color objects, putting them on that white background and they disappear. If you use an app, most apps that remove backgrounds have a shadow option that you can tick on. And if you see the before and the after that I did down there, that's just a little white bunny before I added shadow and then after I added shadow. The exact same color, all that good stuff. And it makes those things pop out a lot more on a white background. So you can, make it look nice, but still have it pop out.
Yeah, he has no head. His head just goes on forever in the before.
It expands into the universe.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Use the shadow tool. It's awesome.
I've done, this is 8 years worth of shows. I'm not so many tips. I'm like, I know. But every once in a while I'm like, oh dang, I did not know that. So thank you, Matthew. Oh dang, I did not know.
You're welcome.
All right.
Let's see.
Hold for your price. Don't listen to sob stories. Don't listen to this is all I got. If you know something is worth something, hold for your price. My price really was about $350, and the customer 5 weeks ago said, all I got is $200, man. And I said no. And he kept offering me like two and a quarter, like 17 times. But his bottom line crept up over 5 weeks. So this past week, he goes, all right, look, dude, my bottom line is $335. Now, if he would have said that 5 weeks ago, we would have been done with the dance.
Yeah.
we're within $15 of where I wanted to be. I was good enough with that. But I'm like, why do we have to do that dance? So hold for your price. I see my mom and dad do it too often. They put up an amazing thing and they get a halfway decent offer in 2 hours and they take it. I'm like, give it 24 hours at least. Like, you have a cool thing. I said, don't leave money on the table. Now, you're 5 months in or Debbie 7 years in and someone throws money. Yeah, take it. But when you got something cool and it's day 1, hour 2,
wait.
Wait. Just let it simmer. Let it simmer on the stove.
Yeah. Good tip.
But hold for it. Wait for the whites of the eyes. And now it's time for Unseasonably Sold. What did you sell out of season?
I sold a Christmas ornament that could also go for Valentine's as well.
I know. I was like, oh, Valentine's thing. And then I saw the word Christmas. I'm like, I'm sorry, what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, they market it as a Christmas ornament, but yeah, it's sold more around Valentine's. But yeah, very nice little Wedgwood Jasperware. It was new in box and it sold for $65. $44. I got my fact checker right here.
All right, mine sold yesterday. So this is why we do this segment, because think about this. It was May 1st yesterday. Spring has sprung.
It's here.
All nice weather right now. Who in the world is like, you know what I need? I need a Christmas CD played by all tubas on May 1st.
I need it now on May 2nd.
I mean, like I've said this a million times, I love Christmas music. I listen to it ad nauseum at Christmas time. Never in my life, in 51 and a half years, in May, I have thought I need to go buy Christmas music, ever. And it's still, I haven't shipped yet. Here, it's still here. $3, and it was up before Christmas. This was listed back in November. So May 1st, list your Christmas stuff all year round.
I love that the group is Hollywood Tuba 12.
Oh, yeah.
They had an official name. I love that.
You would think better prices, but no, this $25 is the price in December or the price in May. It's the same price. So that's why we did how to price your holiday items last week. So because you want to price it like it's Christmas all year round.
Yes.
Don't leave money on the table.
Morally.
Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're angry, and sometimes they're just plain weird. Now it's time for the feedback of the week. Love this.
Aww. Super nice note from this guy that he had broken a couple months ago. I think literally he was like, oh God, I've got to replace this quick. These mugs were in our store for 2 years, and then suddenly he bought them and we shipped them right away and he was so happy.
I mean, now with that extra space and feedback, they can tell you stories like, I broke my mugs. Like, that has nothing to do with the feedback, but it's great to hear the story.
Yeah. I really like the new feature. It's nice.
And this is from Akari. This was probably the best seller I've ever dealt with in this app. Open with negotiations and wasn't a jerk about them like some people. Awesome shipping and just an overall good dude who I will have to buy more tiki mugs from if he sells more. Please do business with him. You won't regret it. I mean, that's the winner of all feedbacks of 22 years.
Put it on the website. That's it.
That's on the business card. I'm like, come on. Like, you would think of someone I know. I do not know this person. So that is why we do this segment, because it's fun to share epic feedbacks just like that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's do a little housekeeping, and then we'll get Linda and Henry in here. What is this? Who is Pete Treasures?
That's me. And my husband, Aaron. So most of you have. If you haven't yet, though, please come over and check out Pete's Treasures over on YouTube. We have a lot of fun. Just basically what's the word I'm looking for? Chronicling? No, that's not right. Just
I know.
Look at our life as we we have a lot of fun. Aaron just posted his collection of Joseph Originals. Joseph Original Mice. You might learn a little bit. It's kind of fun. We have a good time. So come visit us over there at Pete's Treasures. On
and
YouTube.
The Teeny Tiki cocktails are awesome. So go watch those.
We have a series called Teeny Tiny Tiki Cocktails.
So awesome.
Thank you. That's it.
Yes. Pete's Treasures. Go over and give them a subscribe. Okay, Secret Beachcombers. Apparently, no one was around yesterday afternoon since we had the smallest audience we've ever had for a guest webinar. And look, Chris Green is the man. So make sure those of you in the Secret Beach go back and watch this, because Chris gave us 90 minutes on how to write a book and share our expertise with the world. You can make money, you can educate others, you can just have a little bit of fun. So definitely a different angle than we usually talk about.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then on Thursdays, my new series of how-to videos where they're just specifically the how-to. So there is no me and Matt goofing around talking about tiki mugs, which is fine too. But when you like, hey, how do I do this? People can go watch Jason's video because it's just that. So how to sell on Macari. I just showed a great feedback on Macari. If you're not selling Macari, you should be. And then this week, and we're going to line up the two shows this week, how to add a video to your eBay listing the new way. Most of us have it. I think everyone should have it by now. So on Thursday is going to be the cut and dried. how to shoot a video the proper way, and then how to upload it to your listing. Oops, let's get rid of that for now. And then as kind of a part 2, a week from Sunday, Mom will be here selling past her expiration date, how to add the video to the listing. So we're going to watch Mom, who has just watched my how-to video, do it. So again, she's kind of like our guinea pig. If she can do it, y'all can do it. Okay. And then on Sunday, we're also going to show you other things that you would use video for that aren't what you expect. You expect to use video on things that light up or have sound or dance, but there are plenty of things I shoot video of that don't do any of those things. None of them. And it helps in the sale. So we're going to talk about the ways to use it on Sunday. So mark your calendars, tell your Series, tell your Alexis's, and we'll see you guys back here on Sunday. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Mother's Day next Sunday.
It is. Yeah.
So yay. Mom and I will be together doing a Mother's Day show.
Love that.
We didn't plan the schedule that way. I'm like, oh, happy accident. All right. Let's get our guests in here.
Come on in.
Now it's time for the Thrifty Business Special Guest of the Week. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Hey, Linda Henry. Woo, there we go. Look at this awesome art. I had this idea. I'm like, hey, Nadine, can you work this up? And then boom, here is Linda and Henry, because Linda and Henry decided to purchase a vehicle sight unseen.
So brave.
So that's what we're talking about today, because we all sell and buy small things that are, even though we're not seeing them in person, you know, it's kind of easy to get a pair of jeans in the mail or a CD or a Puffalump. However, to get a 3,000-pound vehicle, not that easy.
Yeah, no, how do you do it?
Yeah, so let me get me out of the big screen. Hi, guys. Let's talk about your vehicle needs and how you ended up at my house.
Yeah.
Well, shall I start?
Go ahead.
Okay. We were in need of a car. The old one was dying. And, you know, the last 2 years happened, so it kind of derailed some of that vehicle search. But Henry's been doing a lot of research in the last probably year in what he wanted, what kind of car, what it has on it, what he, you know, all that stuff, whatever he wants. He was in, you know, Facebook forums and online and Googling and YouTube and all that stuff. So he really got in line what he wanted. And then it was time to search for one. And that became kind of hard because it's a Prius. So they seem to be going really fast. When we find one we want, it's like already sold, or, you know, with all the different sites we were looking on, I would get a notification and I would go to it and said, oh, sale in progress already. Like their purchase in process or whatever. So we found one that had all the goodies we wanted on it, and it was in Vegas. So I thought, well,
Jason.
We can't see it in person. So Jason was kind enough to go test drive it for us and meet the seller. And we felt, of course, we've never bought a car online like that. And so we felt a lot better after he saw the seller in person, got to meet her, saw the car. And of course, we did all our checks and our due diligence on the end of, you know, Carfax and all the things that we need to check on the car itself. And that's how it happened.
All right. So Angelique bought a Prius on eBay.
Oh, yay.
So our first tip is, with the thrifting board and the Secret Beach and this show, we are all connected for a reason. You know, the love of thrifting, the love of selling on eBay. And so if you're in this situation where you're over here and the car's over here, you can probably find some one of us who is nearby enough to walk over and kick the tires for you. Now, oh, thanks, Laurie. My wife said to me, Henry and Linda know you aren't a car guy, right? Because I own a expensive truck because it's pretty, it's fast, and it's tall. That's the 3 reasons I bought it. You want to ask me anything about the engine, I just walk away because I don't know. I'm not a car dude. But what I can see, obviously, I mean, I'm 51 and a half. I've been driving cars since I was 12. I could see that it works. You know, I could see, because I took a test drive. And I could see that it didn't smell and there wasn't blood stain in the back seat, you know.
Good.
You know, things that could be hidden on pictures online, standing there. Plus, I got to see the owner, and we didn't meet in some sketchy back alley under the cover of night, you know. So all those things helped put Linda Henry's mind at ease. But, you know, unless it's some weird corner of Montana with the 60,000 of us in the thrifting board, you should probably be able to find somebody who can go kick the tires for you. So, you know, if I needed to do it in Dallas, I call Matt and Aaron and go, hey, can you go kick those tires?
Oh, yeah. We're good at kicking.
And it's funny, Annette says about me driving the Prius because Henry and Linda were very concerned I wasn't going to fit.
I mean, it's a valid concern.
When Kathy showed up, she goes, "Oh, you're real tall." But Stacy and I used to have a Bug, and although it's not a big car, there's enough headroom. So once I get in, the headroom's okay. I would not drive it on a long road trip. I'll tell you that right now, but I'll take it around the block twice and punch it. But I'll say I had never driven a Prius. So when you start it, nothing changes from when it's not started to when it started. And I'm like, do I go? I don't even know if it's on yet. And then the park isn't with the drive in the reverse. I'm like, how do I park this thing? Do you have a Prius, Matt?
I don't know, but I've been in one, and they're real quiet.
Yes.
Real quiet. So I love that.
So before you guys reach out to me, did you have trepidation about buying a car without being able to touch it?
Well, sure.
Yes, a little bit. Yeah.
Oh no, shit! Throw caution to the wind.
Well, we were really looking at Carvana, which has all these, you know, if we deliver it, they'll deliver it, right? They'll ship it out to you. Wherever it is, they'll ship it to you. Sometimes you pay a shipping fee depending on where it is. I guess if it's closer, they don't charge you a fee. But when it gets there, you know, to your house, you have like 7 days, you can return it and, you know, all these things, right? So that was kind of nice. But that was one of the places where the cars were coming up for us. And I would get the notification and go right to it, and it says, oh, sale in progress already. Like it's somebody's already buying it. I was like, oh, we can't find what we want. And then, you know, we found this one in Vegas, and to ship it to us, I think it was going to be like $900.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we hadn't seen it. Of course, you know, Jason could have, you know, had gone and looked at it and everything, but it's more fun to come to Vegas for $900.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend the money here.
I'm curious, what is the shipping option as a seller of a car online? How would is that eBay, or is that?
There's lots of different sites. I was looking up, there's all kinds of different sites. Like Carvana, a company like that does it. They do it for you. They facilitate it. They do it. And there's other ones on here. Actually, I wrote some down.
Well, you said the one you got, the Prius you got, which would ship for $900.
Yeah.
So how is she?
There's like Carvana does it.
What would she have used? Say you said, okay, ship it. What would she have used?
Well, there's American Auto Shipping. I thought maybe like Roadie would do it. That would be, I think, a person actually just getting in and driving it to us. I didn't really want to do that. There's Amerifreight, Sherpa, eShip, and like I said, Carvana does it, you know, within their company. They deal with it. But so these are all like top rated, good places to go through and try to get it shipped out to you. But I thought, well, if we're going to spend that money, let's go have some fun.
Yeah, that was a good decision for sure.
Yeah, we've already been to Frankie's and Jammyland, and we're heading out into the desert tonight to go to the Pioneer Saloon, and you know. So I was trying to find the stats, and I usually can find them. How many cars are sold? Because people are always shocked. You buy and sell cars on eBay. How many cars are sold on eBay each day? So the one stat I found just this last second was 4.1 million cars sold on eBay, and that was in 2009. So up till 2009, 4.1 million cars have been sold. Now we're a smidge further from 2009. So you can only imagine what the ultimate number is. So it is an item that happens every single day by the thousands. So this isn't an anomaly. You just may have never met anyone who's done it. But I thought we should talk about this because not just cars are big. A good friend of mine sold like a 4-ton piece of machinery, like some kind of press. And so, of course, you needed like a crane and a truck to get it out of there. But the customer who bought it on eBay just saw it and bought it.
Nice.
I'm like, that's a hell of a piece of equipment to buy. Now, Matt, here's the other trick. If you sold any online for any amount of time, when you message, you text back and forth,
Mhm.
you get a feeling if people are bullshit or not.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, if you're new, maybe not. If you're old timers like all of us around here, you get that, you can tell. Now, are there scam artists in the world? Absolutely. Are some so good we couldn't tell? Sure. But is the average transaction just a normal person and a normal person? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so Henry and Linda, when you were chatting with her online, did you have any feeling of, uh-oh?
I can usually feel out people pretty well, and we talked on the phone as well. So, and I asked her tons of questions, all the car questions you want to ask. And I talked to her on the phone, and she offered to do a walk around, FaceTime and everything. And plus it was kind of good for us too, because she's a realtor in town. So it was easy to see her all over. I Googled her. So, but even if we didn't come out, having someone in town, like if Jason were to look and say, it looks good and she's legit, she seems normal and everything seems fine. We did all our checks on the car and everything. If it was further away where we couldn't have gone, I probably would have tried to ship it just because we couldn't find what we wanted close by. Right. So it works.
Yeah, and that's the big key. If they offer or if they won't FaceTime and walk around the car or whatever it is you're trying to buy, that's a big gotta go.
She was very patient with all my questions, like several emails back and forth.
But with me too, and Matthew and Aaron too, we're visible online. And so if we're trying to cut a deal with somebody in any corner of the internet, hey, I'm visible everywhere. So I'm not some guy that's just going to disappear. I do 2 shows on YouTube every week for like 10 years now. I'm around, it's easy to find me. So if you're in that point where you're selling it, Matthew said you might be selling a car.
Yeah.
You have that visibility where you can go here. You can see me here. You can, I'm kind of a visible person, so I'm not like going to be Mr. Flaky guy.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the first order of business was, we've looked at so many cars over the years we've had 3 kids, 3 teenagers, all these different cars we've had to buy, and those are all used. So we've been through things we've never purchased like this before. But, the first question we ask is, can we have the VIN? And if they're kind of iffy about that, it's like, okay, thanks, bye-bye. And now there's some things you got to get through first.
What do you do with the VIN? I know, but for people who are watching, what would?
Right. Well, there's the Carfax, of course. That's number one.
Yeah.
The Carfax report, and there's another one. I think it was like what's it called? Carfax and Auto Check is also another one, but we go with, I did Auto Check as well. I did both, but Carfax is a really good.
Gotcha.
And plus, she also has records for us too of other oil changes she's had from the place where she's gone specifically. So, she was very forthcoming. So that tells a lot too.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah.
And how many miles on the car?
100,000.
Yeah.
Or 103, I think, right?
Yes.
Now, that might seem like a lot, but let me tell you about Priuses. Our friend Kari, who we were just at Disney with, I think hers has like 236,000.
Yeah.
Don, I want to know where you guys live. You guys live up in the Sacramento area.
Yeah.
So it was an easy flight down here, too.
Easy.
Oh, nice.
And it was Linda's birthday yesterday, so let's all wish her a happy birthday. So we went out for drinks and dinner, and my assistant Zoe was performing live last night, so we got to see her be a rock star.
Oh, how cool.
I don't think they make convertible Priuses, do they?
No, it's see, this is one of the things we wanted, and they're kind of few and far between. It has a solar package on the top, which is the sunroof, and it has solar panels on the top.
Cool. Wow.
In the glass.
Yeah. How fancy.
So, yeah. Oh, fancy.
That's the one you guys had your eye on. You were set on it. So no matter what, you wanted that car, and that's really what drove you to finding it on eBay. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Was the seller, has she ever sold a car before, or was this her first?
I think she has. I think she's, like I said, she's a realtor. So I think every year and a half too, she gets a different car, a new car. So yeah. So
Right.
it's
I didn't realize Brian had the same Prius. Look at that. There we go. See, little Prius love circles here going on.
That one?
Yeah, it's a Prius 4. Yeah.
Now, where'd you get your hat, Henry?
Well, Lynn ordered it for me on eBay. It's an eBay hat. eBay purchase.
Got the hat before the car. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready to drive.
Yeah.
My
Here we
pre-
go. We're getting straight. We get it. Here we go. Oh.
You're looking in there. You have to go the other way.
I think the biggest thing I've shipped is chairs, office chairs, which are don't come close to a car, but still, it's a good, a car makes mom's big stuff look like nothing.
Yeah, seriously. That's why I was like, how are we going to ship this thing? That's
Well,
crazy.
we've seen the Carvana trucks go by with those. Well, they have like, I don't know how many cars are on there, like 8, 10, 12 cars or whatever.
Yeah.
Semi-tractor trailers.
To find out the fees, we would have to ask someone who sold one. Do we have anyone watching who has actually sold on eBay Motors? And there's other places to sell. I mean, not just eBay, obviously. But again, if you can be more visible, it's easier to get that sale, because people can see you and you're not just being all sketchy. Like someone was trying to be sketchy the other day in a group I was in about selling something. They had no picture on Facebook and no top picture. I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying nothing from you. I mean, look, have a picture of a cat, something, just to be gray and gray. I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, I don't trust you one bit.
Now, are the as a buyer, are the guarantees, the eBay guarantees, all exactly the same as if you were buying, a plate? Like,
The two comparisons: a plate, a car.
I know. Like, do they change things for you?
They have protections. I can't remember what they called it. Maybe Jason can look on the.
It's different verbiage from eBay Motors. Although on eBay, it's really a separate beast.
Okay.
It's totally different. The fee structure is different over there too. I've never bought nor sold, but I've ended up there a couple times by accident, so at least I know. I'm like, I wasn't researching a car part. Why am I in the car parts?
It always happens. I know.
All right, so who's going to drive it first tomorrow?
Probably me. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how to drive it yet.
They're fun to drive. Well, Jason drove it. What do you think?
The thing about electric cars are, because there's no waiting for that piston to kick in a gas engine, it just goes. So you don't think of a Prius as a barn burner, a scorcher, but man, when you put your foot down, it's instant gone. So I was like, all right, I get to test drive a Prius. Let's see how fast this sucker can go down this side street. And I was like, hey, that's pretty sweet. So
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, I test drove a couple of them, and they were a lot of fun. It was like, yeah, definitely, I want one of these.
And they've turned it into not just a visit here, but a little road trip on the way home. So they're going to go see some sites and made a whole week out of it. So it's a good excuse if you're going to come get it to see some sites.
Road trip.
Road trip.
I mean, I guess the same thing applies to some of the things like we collect. I'll look at a Whitco bar somewhere and be like, man, if I could only go to South Carolina. But it's true. Like, if you just ask people, and you never know, you might have a fun road trip. So
was it Angelique who bought hers on eBay? Everything goes smooth, Angelique? Was it Angelique? Whoever it was. Everything goes smooth and easy. Because, think about it. Any site you buy on, whether it be eBay or Carvana, there's protections for the buyer, obviously. But also, I would recommend to everyone, read the fine print. I watch People's Court every day. People sue about dumb shit they can't sue for because they didn't read the fine print. So, none of us like reading the fine print. Luckily, I married a woman who weirdly does. So she always reads the fine print, probably because she's a daughter of a lawyer.
We'll do it.
Yeah, I've had other friends sell cars. And so long as it's in good shape, like Henry, people are looking for very specific things. I want this Jeep in this color with this package with these tires. Oh, the only person that has it is in North Carolina on eBay. Guess that's where I'm buying it.
And the color combination and the certain seats and
So Henry, how long was that list? You, of all the things you wanted, that you finally found the one here?
Well, the list kept growing as we were checking out cars. It has this option. Oh, I gotta have that. It has this. I gotta have that.
It's like, if you're gonna get it, you might as well get that too.
Yeah. So originally, the options we ended up wanting, until we started looking. It's like, oh yeah, that's cool. We want that. We want that. And we'd find one, and next thing you know, it's sold.
Mm-hmm. Those were the ones that kept selling. Those like base model ones that they kind of hung around a little bit, but we're thinking, well, who want those over there with all the kitties on it?
Since the price of gas and stuff now, they've been just going crazy. As soon as they come up for sale, they're gone.
And we looked locally. We looked at dealerships. Some kind of, it'd be nice, but like some shady used car joints.
Do tell.
It would be mean, but yeah, I didn't feel very comfortable there.
I will be very jealous when I see you drive away in a car. You don't got to worry about gas when I'm putting in 35 gallons in my truck. That is very painful right now.
We'll see on a whole road trip. It'll take one tank. We'll see if it'll happen.
I forget. Somebody when Nadine was doing the artwork, she asked me what color. I forget exactly what color it is. Is it?
It's white on the outside, and it's a lighter kind of gray on the inside of the leather. It's gray.
Yeah.
See, I was trying to make it fancy. I was all like, I think it's cream or eggshell, and she's like, it's white.
It's white.
They come in all different colors and variations. It's amazing.
Like we'd see one, and then we'd like the outside color and go, oh, I don't like the inside. As you spend the money, you just kept waiting for that right one to come along.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
500. Wow.
Yeah, we might make it.
We might make it. Yeah.
Well, very cool.
Wow. Debbie bought a vintage truck on eBay.
Oh, cool.
And had it shipped.
Wow.
Now, is this to say that there's never going to be a hiccup? Of course not.
Yeah.
I had a broken tiki mug show up last week. I haven't had a broken item show up at a customer's house in years. Shit happens sometimes. So if it does happen, it just happens to be on a bigger item. But for the most part, there's a reason millions of cars get sold on eBay, not because it stinks, because it's rather easy if you just follow along like we would do with any other product. And, be open to talking to your potential customers and doing that little walk around for them. Oh, are we making you sad, Angelique? I'm so sorry. I did not expect this show to be a sad show.
I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. I did call eBay and got the eBay Motors department and spoke to someone who was very nice and very patient with all my questions, because I was told him, we've never purchased online, and because eBay was one of our, sites that we were looking at. We were looking everywhere. And so I called, and he was very nice and told me it was something like, I think if something hits like $1,000 or more that's wrong with it, they'll cover it, or get with the seller and try to fix it or whatever. But if we got it and say, I don't know, a taillight could be $1,000 at this point, but like if something was cracked or something like that, it's like we just kind of have to work it out with the seller. That's why it's good to have all the pictures and the walkarounds and do all of that before you get it, and have somebody go look at it.
Yeah, that's what Jason do it.
I was thinking, even if you don't know anybody in that town, it's maybe someone close, or just somebody in the phone book or something, somebody to go look at it. But I mean, a walk around, technology, just FaceTime and walk around the car would be good too, because she could point out everything. And, there's a couple tiny little things on it that she had totally pointed out, which I appreciated before I even asked. So that was nice.
7-year-old car.
Yeah.
So Priuses aren't all electric, Deb. So no charging station needed for a Prius.
No,
it's gas and electric.
Yeah. So the gas turns to power than that. So there's a little bit of gas used, and then it turns into the electricity for the car.
It's gas on the highway, and
it's usually through town. It's electric.
And town.
Okay. On the highway,
higher speeds.
Yeah, I'm talking like I know. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll find
He
out.
knows.
We know.
The first all electric Ford truck just came off the line, so I know that's coming down the road for me too. So don't be afraid. If like Henry, you are looking for something very specific, don't forget eBay. Don't forget Carvana. There's all these places that you don't have to be where the car is. I mean, that's the joys. That's the joys of online selling nowadays. You don't have to be where the item is, and it can be as big as a car or a 4-ton press. Heavy machinery. So it can get to you. It ain't gonna be cheap, but it can get to you. I mean, you could in your underwear buy a 4-ton piece of machinery, never move, and have it show up in your driveway. You know, you don't have to do nothing.
I guess in my nightgown a few times. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you see anything in Sacramento area you like, I'll be happy to go take a look.
There
at
you
it.
go. See, look at that. And
I know what I'm doing now.
and if it means getting visitors from friends in the thrifting board here in Vegas, I'll go kick a tire for you. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's really cool because as a seller, from a seller standpoint, we always think like just list something because there's somebody out there that wants it. That's why we ship internationally. That's why we sell Dixie cups that are still in the package. And then I forget it when I have, something that's too big right in front of me. So that's good. I will remember that. I'm going to list my car. I will.
Ooh, let's follow.
We'll document it. We'll make it happen.
A tip, what she actually listed it on eBay. We found it on other sites too, and those aggregator sites and other sites too. But
Cool.
she had listed it, but it didn't sell. But what she had found out later is she was supposed to list it on eBay Motors. She listed on just eBay.com.
Oh, got it.
eBay
Well, I'm
Motors.
shocked it let it go through that way.
Yeah.
That blows my mind. I didn't realize that part of it.
And
Well, hey,
it
what mug are you using, Matt? I forgot to ask since I wasn't even drinking out of a mug today.
Oh, since you asked, it is the Cobra Fang from Tiki Talk in Tatsuya
Tatsuya from us.
in Austin.
Yeah. A bar I cannot wait to get to. Very cool.
Pretty. Yeah.
that is pretty.
Very cool.
I'm just drinking my sparkly water out of it. Just
Yeah, it was meant for Linda Henry. This car was just waiting for them down the street from their friend's house. I mean, it's one of those things that
She said if she didn't sell, because it didn't sell for her on eBay, and she just wanted to get done and not deal with it. She was going to. It was like, I think it was a Wednesday, and she said, "Oh, I'm so glad you called." Blah blah blah, and she was going to give it or sell it to Carvana on Friday because she didn't want to like redo it or keep the listing up. She just didn't want to deal with it because she was getting all these calls and she didn't want to deal with it. So I'm like, oh my goodness, this worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Don't sell it to Carvana because it'll be like several $1,000s more for us.
Really?
And we may not get it.
Yeah.
And probably less for her. So that's cool. Good.
See how the universe takes care of you sometimes? Just start looking.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And I know you, Matt. You are a good model. I can see you like, model pictures of like driving the car. Yeah, exactly. See? I can already see the extra mile that you're gonna go that some won't.
The dog's in it, like with the wind blowing.
Perfect for your dog.
It'll be great.
All right, so let's finish up with some scores from Henry and Linda. We got a good
Oh, Linda. Linda scores.
boom.
Ooh.
What is this tiny little $180 trinket?
That's on Etsy. That's sold on Etsy. It was my first item I sold on Etsy. And it was something I knew nothing about. It came in, a big 5-pound box of just jewelry, costume jewelry. But that was not costume jewelry. That was real silver.
Wow.
And how much was the whole thing?
It came out to like $195 with shipping.
No, the jewelry you bought.
That was like $29.99.
Nice.
Yeah, for a whole box, that 5-pound box. Yeah, so that was a nice treasure found in there, digging in there.
Love that.
and I do love it on the mannequin hand too.
Yeah,
It
it
shows
wouldn't fit her, so it wouldn't go on, so I had to just lay it on there.
And then we're gonna take 180-degree turn and talk about a Metallica coin.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. That is from a concert we went to, and they were selling those keepsake coins. And I looked at Henry, and they were like $25 a piece, though. I said, "Should we get it? Should we just try?" And he goes, "Oh yeah." So we just got a couple and sold it for a very nice $125.
That is a good flip. Good job.
Yeah.
But see, that's looking everywhere, wherever you're at. What is around me that can turn into money? And that way, my night out could almost be free.
Yeah, for sure.
Those were the last two because there was like, lines of people and stuff. And those were the last two coins they had.
Oh, cool.
So we picked them up.
And this is another nice use of the mannequin hand,
That is
Like
nice.
hands.
a little
Just a
Eiffel Tower.
souvenir bracelet. Mm-hmm.
And was this in that same box of jewelry?
Yes. Yep. So at some point it did become like pretty quickly just gravy. The rest of it, you sell one thing and the rest are, but they're not all gems. But I found some pretty good stuff in there.
That's
That
great
was
photography too. Like you do such a great job with lighting.
Yeah.
I almost kept that one. I like it.
Yeah, sometimes you take such a good picture, like maybe I should keep
I
this.
know it looks so pretty.
And last but not least, Macari. Like we had an Etsy, Macari, eBay, boom.
Yeah, I'm everywhere. And yeah, the little trinket box, just a little jewelry trinket that was vintage. And I, did research the Boyd crystal jewelry and where it came from and all that. And it's just beautiful.
Really sweet. Now, do you do all your photography, Linda?
What's
Or
that?
do you do your photography, or does Henry?
Yes, I do.
It's,
I have a light box.
it's really good. Like your lighting is very pretty.
Thank you.
Where'd you find this, Linda?
This trinket box?
Yeah.
At an estate sale.
Ooh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job.
With several other goodies. And I really like to pile in things and just kind of go, $5? Oh, sure. So.
All right. So everyone's homework tonight by next Sunday is to buy a car on eBay.
Does it matter what kind?
No.
Okay.
Little Hot Wheel.
Maybe the hardest homework I've ever given. Everyone go buy a car.
Buy a car, report back, let us know how it went.
Buy a car and have it delivered before Sunday.
Oh.
But in the city.
We do want to see pictures of the rest of the road trip, Henry and Linda. So please
Okay.
take pictures of lots of pictures, or sell a car by Sunday. Yes. Okay, we'll make it easier. Buy or sell.
There you go.
By ourselves.
You're in the market for
I can't wait to tell Stacy I'm buying a car by Sunday.
You're in the market for a 2004 Honda. You can hit me up.
Oh, wow. What are you doing? What are you doing even here? You're on vacation. Get out of here, Todd. Get out. Get back to vacation.
He's looking for cars.
Yeah. All right. Well, congrats, Henry and Linda. I can't wait to see you guys drive away. I'll be like a proud parent, like, bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt.
Lovely to meet you guys.
You too.
Fun tonight.
Oh yeah, we're heading out into the
We're
desert
gonna
for
have
a
a lot of
little adventure. So good to see you, Matt. Hello, Aaron, and goodbye, Aaron.
So, there he is.
Good to see everybody. Do us a big old favor. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. Boom, that helps us. Yeah. And if you're new, subscribe. Click that button and click the bell. Lets you know when we're going live. And if you haven't walked over to Pete's Treasures yet, go. They have all kinds of cool stuff. But the teeny tiki drinks are awesome because what an original idea. I just absolutely love it. So
yeah.
All kinds of fun entertainment to watch or listen to while you're listening. So there you go. Oh, Matt's got a bonus fan right now. Nice to have Matt co-hosting.
Cheers to
All
you.
right, everybody. We are off to Pioneer.
Thank you.
Taking everybody to a 120-year-old bar. So,
Right.
I'm scared.
as Kathy says, older than her.
Love it.
Have a wonderful evening, everybody. I'll see you next Thursday and next Sunday with Mom. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye, everybody. Don't normally pick up, so Matt, you've changed.
Hey, he had